Hey everybody, Chris Bumbray here for JoBlo.com, live from the Sundance International Film Festival, where I just saw Rob Zombie's eagerly anticipated 31. So, are genre fans going to be happy? Let's check it out. You have to admire director Rob Zombie. More than a lot of other genre directors out there, he has a sensibility and style that's immediately recognizable. Much of this comes from his love of 70s grindhouse cinema, and while 31 is definitely a step back into the horror mainstream compared to the experimental Lords of Salem, it delivers exactly what hardcore horror fans probably want. Set on October 31st, 1976, 31 is the story of a group of carnies who are abducted and forced to participate in a series of deadly games. The premise for this is nothing new, with this feeling like a kind of The Running Man /Saw/ Texas Chainsaw Massacre mashup, but Zombie's balls-to-the-wall style and sense of character distinguishes it. In a festival full of ambitious art house fare, 31 feels like a kind of break in that it's unapologetically a piece of ultra-violent grindhouse horror with so much gore it's amazing this is somehow squeezed by with an R rating. In an era of PG-13 horror films, movies like this often get ignored by the mainstream, and sure enough, Zombie had to crowdfund it. In that respect, he gave fans exactly what they paid for. It's probably his most straightforward film, but it's also far from watered down. If this had been made by a studio, the leads would have likely been a group of fresh-faced, sexy teens. Instead, Zombies cast real veteran actors, which allows them to distinguish their characters and build enough of a sense of camaraderie that once they start getting picked off, you're actually quite sorry. Of the heroes, genre icon Meg Foster of They Live is the most interesting as the Carney's matriarch, followed by Jeff Daniel Phillips as the gang's handyman. Neither of them seems like a traditional horror lead, and both look like real people, making them interesting to watch in a film like this. Vets Lawrence Hilton Jacobs and Kevin Jackson also lend the film a unique presence, while Sherry Moon Zombie fits her part to a T, but makes her much more than the sex bomb she's initially presented as. The villains are a colorful lot and are led by Richard Brake, who gives a really dynamic performance as the deadliest killer of the bunch. It's obvious Brake's character is the one Zombie's the most intrigued by, so he gets several ambitious scenes with an opening monologue running several minutes. As far as carnage goes, Zombies thrown in everything but the kitchen sink, with buckets and buckets of gore, chainsaw fights, decapitations, and more. The production design and cinematography feels high-end for a modestly budgeted horror flick, but Zombie's gotten a lot of bang out of his buck. The only things that really don't work here are the shoehorned-in cameos by Malcolm McDowell and vets Jane Carr and Judy Geeson as the puppet masters for the killing. It would have been a lot more interesting if this had been left ambiguous, and feels like just another couple of names for the billing. The violence also gets a little too close to torture porn for my taste at times, but then again, that's probably what the audience for this wants. Gorehounds and horror fans will no doubt love every second of 31. Even more casual genre fans may get a kick out of Zombie's style and Greg Guignol approach. It's a very solid piece of genre cinema, and while I'd love to see him break out of the genre he's been pigeonholed in, it can't be denied the man knows horror and what a whole lot of his fans want. In the end, buckets of blood, give this a 7 on 10. For JoBlo.com, I'm Chris Bumbray.